Hey, this is Amazon Jude coming to you from Casper, Wyoming, and today's date's April 29th. Got about 16 days till my 55 birth date, and I haven't kept up on my videos lately. I'd gotten done with my third chemo, and it really kicked my butt. It was like instead of just 10 days of where I didn't feel good, it turned out to be a little more than 14, and it was really hot, really tough. Don't let nobody ever tell you that chemo is fun, because it's not. And each time it gets a little harder. I've got 3 more to go, and my next one is Wednesday this coming week, and I'm afraid that it's going to be quite hard anyway, because each time it gets tougher and tougher. You can hear my geese in the background. Yeah, in case you don't know, I live like on a ranch out here in the middle of Wyoming. Anyway, wanted to tell you, at least with the third one, I didn't have any mouth sores. But the biggest battle you're going to have, ladies, is you're going to have the battle with the diarrhea. And that is constant. The doctors gave me something. It's supposed to help with that, but I found the over-the-counter Lamodium helps better than any of those did. And yeah, you can see I still have a little bit of hair, but I'm getting like this male pattern and baldness. And I guess now there's a lawsuit on that Herceptin that may not ever grow my hair back, so I'll become a wig woman probably for the rest of my life. Anyway, so I got number 3 coming up, and then 4, 5, 6, or number 4 coming up, because I did 3 already, number 4, and then I got 2 more after that, and then I got to do the radiation. But I wanted to show you guys something, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I think it's something worth noting. That it's basically, I'd looked all over the internet and I couldn't find anything that after 2 or 3 times of having aspiration done on a spot, I ended up with this, and it just keeps coming back each time the doctor goes in, and you can see it pretty hard, but it's full, and it's like full of either blood in lymphatic fluid from where I'd had the lymph nodes removed. And that was the breast that has had the cancer in it. So anyway, this just keeps coming back, and it's about the size of an egg this time, so it's got a little more in it than the last time. It seemed like it was getting ready to quit the last time when I saw the doctor, but it keeps filling up, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. And probably another surgery to remove or open up a way for it to go back into my body, because I can't keep going in every week and having this aspirated, because each time I do it, I'm risking an infection. And with chemo, you catch everything. If there's a little kid in the room with a cold, you're going to get a cold. And anyway, that's kind of the reason I did this video tonight, is I wanted to let you know that there are some times after you have your mastectomy that, especially after they've taken lymph nodes, that you end up with sarcoma or something they called it, and it's a lump of lymphatic and blood, that's coming through your lymph nodes and stuff, and it deposits in that spot. I had my surgery back in February, so it's been almost 3 months, and well, 3 months, yeah, and I'm still getting it filling up. Anyway, that's part of why I did this video today. And the second part is Uh, Also, when you get about number 3, because I have 6 treatments, I have to do 6 chemos, and I just did my 3rd one. Now I got 4, 5, and 6, and each time they get worse. This last time, my hands really took a beating. They got really, really super red, and like they were burned. And I burned on my butt, on my cheeks, and down around my ankles on my feet. And what happens is it peels. Your skin will peel like a snake. You can get some really good lotion. I like to get Gold Bond diabetic lotion. If you can't get the stuff from your doctor, it's a chemo cream. It's really kind of watery, I think. And I think the Gold Bond does a much better job. And as far as keeping the cold sores or canker sores out of your mouth, throw your toothpaste out, get a regular toothbrush, get a box of baking soda and a salt shaker, and mix yourself up in the mornings when you're brushing your teeth, salt water and baking soda, and then just take your toothbrush, wet it, and stick it in the box of baking soda and brush your teeth with it. In fact, I think it does a better job than toothpaste, and it won't burn. Also, if you're in the showers, try to find mild soaps. Stay away from anything that's got alcohol based in it, because your skin's going to burn from this chemo, and that's part of what the problem is too, is harsh soaps. I tried to use some baby wash soaps, and I don't know, I don't know, they didn't really work that well for me. So now I just use like a regular bath soap, but when I get out, I use the Gold Bond lotion, and I lotion everything from my head all the way down to my toes. And I had another weird thing that happened too on the tips of my ears. They got really, really sore where I couldn't even sleep on one side or the other, because there's like little sore right in the elbow here, and it's dried and crusted out. That's been there about 4 weeks now on both ears. So I have a really tough time sleeping at night, and thank God for the sleeping pills that I got from the doctor. They're non-addictive, so I can take those, and I, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll find myself like that because I'm using my hand to cup over my ear, because it just excruciating. It feels like an open wound when you're laying it on a pillow, no matter how soft it is. Some other quick tips that I found: make sure you keep your legs and body really moisturized. You really need that. And make sure you drink a lot. I mean, I like the Gatorades, the green apple one and the Frost, and I get them in the 32 ounces. And especially since, like, with my medications that I'm on, I take a blood pressure pill that's got a diuretic in it, and it's 320/25 diavans, and it really should drop it down to a 12, but I'm going to talk to my other doctors about that, because it's been aiding in the dehydration of me really bad, because I also take a diabetes pill twice a day that also causes me to pee. So between the blood pressure pill that makes me pee and the metformin that makes me pee, the diabetes pill, I was basically just pretty much peeing myself dehydrated. And then on top of the diarrhea, because I've gone in each time for the last 3 treatments, I've had to go in and get rehydrated at the oncologist, here in Casper, Rocky Mountain Oncologist. Thank God the girls will let me come in. And when I call them and tell them, hey, I'm having a real hard time with dehydration, and look for those symptoms. You'll be really foggy in the brain. You'll feel tired, but you can't sleep. You can pinch your skin, and if it doesn't bounce right back, that's a pretty good sign that you're dehydrated. Your mouth is real dry. That's another sign that you're dehydrated. And you really, really got to pay attention to that, because that is a big, big problem for us chemo people, is getting dehydrated. So I think that covers week 3, or should I say treatment 3. I swear I wouldn't want to do this again, and some days I feel like so bad because food tastes like crap. Water tastes like really bad. Uh, Taking a shower sometimes is hard because your skin is on fire, from the chemo medications and stuff. And they get real red and cracked. And just when you start to heal up, they hit you with another dose of it. And that's going to be, I think, Wednesday or Tuesday for me. Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday I go in. So then I'll be sick all weekend, probably for another 14 days. So I don't know how long I can keep going with my videos on this, except for when I start to feel okay again. But even today, I feel real foggy and fuzzy, uh, and I shouldn't be because I'm pretty hydrated. I mean, I've made sure to, yesterday I drank almost 64 ounces of water, and today I'm pounding down another 32 on top of my orange juice and apple juice or orange juice and water that I drank earlier today. But I'm still really tired and foggy. There's just no other way to explain it. This is hell, And then on top of it all, I have this lump that just keeps coming back over and over and over again. And I've dropped. Let's see, I started out where I was 252. I was overweight. We knew that. I'm down to 230 now. That's 20 pounds I've lost in the last couple of months, which I could stand to lose the weight. It might help with the diabetes and medication and stuff like that. That's kind of the reason I was okay with being on the chunky side when we found this, because I can afford to lose the weight and not get really sick. And you'll see that people who are watching over us and watching over you, make sure that they keep an eye on your hydration. Keep feeding you anything that's got water in it, water, orange juice, apple juice. Try to stay away from the fruit stuff, though, because fruits will add to your diarrhea. So if you're going to have fruits, do it in moderation, and make sure that you stay on a pretty good regimen of anti-diarrhea, but don't take all that much of it all the time, because you still need to defecate. Like what I do is, most of the day I'm taking the medication and then I won't for night. So in the morning when it starts the diarrhea again, at least I'm expelling all of the food and stuff that I ate the day before, so it's not building up in my gut. Because you don't have any micro, oh God, what do they call it? Good gut bacteria. Chemo also kills that pretty good. And you're better off trying to make sure that you at least eat some. I'm finding that pickles do a pretty good job. Fermented pickles, sauerkraut, yogurt. All of those things will add the good bacteria to your guts, and you need to make sure you're doing it. I don't care if you like sauerkraut or not, but it's a really good additive to get your guts back in line a little bit. And pickles, whether it's dill pickles or bread and butter pickles or whatever, fermented stuff. Even I would imagine even olives, because they're fermented too. So try to eat some of that at least, a couple, 3 times a week, because the diarrhea will kill all of the bacteria in your guts. And it's like a hose running. It's like somebody who's got colitis, So anyway, I hope that helps some of you girls, and I hope I'm not the only one that keeps having her third boob keep coming back no matter what she does, because I stayed bounded up all week, with a wrap around me trying to tighten it up to where it would have to go back in my body, but it's acting like a kinked hose that it goes into this pocket, but there's no place for it to leave this pocket. So anyway, with that, I hope everybody's doing okay, and let's get ready for treatment number 4. I don't know how this next one's going to do it, but stock up on Lamodum, stock up on some good Gatorade and some yogurt and some fermented vegetables. Those, even the ones in the jars that have like, what is it, broccoli and cauliflower and all of that, those are good too. I think that'll probably help. And make sure that you got somebody to come over and help you with the housework and drive you to doctor's appointments, because sometimes you're going to be really foggy and you don't want to risk driving down the road, when your brain's not working right, and God knows I thank God for my daughter-in-law Candace and my son James, because those two have made sure that I've made all my appointments, and you know, sit with me if I need it, and come over and clean my house, and take care of me, because you know, there's not that many people that, you know, can deal with what I'm going through. You know, even my husband has a hard time. He thinks, you know, these treatments are going to be it, and then it's all over with. But he doesn't understand that it could take as long as 2 or 3 years, you know, before I'm normal again. And you know, I could be one of that 20% that doesn't make it, that something else goes wrong and I end up cancer somewhere else. I've seen this with, you know, a lot of the girls and a lot of the guys that, you know, I do chemo with. They came in for, you know, breast cancer, and they leave with brain cancer. And, you know, we did a check on me a couple of weeks ago to make sure it hasn't gone into my liver, because my liver function was pretty high at the time. And they did a PET scan on it, and it came back negative, which was good, but you never know. I mean, I still have the ovaries, and that was part of probably what caused my breast cancer, is they were kicking out too much estrogen, and that's what my cancer was. It was estrogen fed, which is about 80% of most women's cancer is estrogen fed. And anyway, I'm going on too long, but uh, I'll get back with you guys as soon as I feel good enough to do another video. And remember, um, you guys that are out there that are my friends, I love you, and I appreciate all of the food that you bring to me, and all of the phone calls and the well wishes. And you know, I don't know where I would be without you guys, and I don't know where I would be without my daughter-in-law and my friend Donnie Ray. And you know, I want to thank you all. I love you so very much. And you know, my husband, I love you, honey, but you just don't understand what I'm going through. And I'm trying not to lean on you too hard, because I know you're stressed already too. But anyway, that's it from Casper, Wyoming, and Amazon Jude. Uh, number 4 coming up.